Hi and welcome back to another lab on Cloud Architecting Certification course. This is module number 8, creating networks, and the lab we are covering today is a guided lab on creating a VPC peering connection. Now let's try to understand the goal of this lab. The main purpose of this lab is to understand VPC peering connection so that two separate VPCs can communicate with each other privately using their private IP addresses. As if they are part of the same network. So normally VPCs are isolated. Resources in one VPC cannot talk to the other VPC. So creating a peering connection would allow that you can share the resources between the VPCs without going over to the internet. So it would allow the VPC A to communicate with VPC B. We'll keep the traffic private inside the AWS network. We don't need to go outside to the internet. And an application in one VPC can access the database of another VPC, and further the resources can be shared between the departments. So as you can see in this lab, they are explaining the same thing, that you can create a VPC connection, you can enable, we'll be configuring the route tables in this lab, and then we'll enable the VPC flow logs inside so that the data moving across the network is possible. Then at the end we'll test the peering connection and analyze the VPC logs. Now this is a network diagram that they are showing, that after completing the lab we'll be able to see this setup where you'll have a security group, availability zones, and these are shared VPCs. And then just like always, prepare your lab and try to complete it within the time. They are just giving instructions for that. And task number 1 is creating a VPC by peering the connection. And a VPC peering connection is one-to-one networking connection between two VPCs that enable you to route traffic between them privately. Now that's what we are going to do, and these are the instructions for that AWS Management Console, search for VPC management, and then click on peering connection. We'll copy the names from here so that we can easily copy it. So once you are on your console, we'll type VPC, select the VPC from here, and then you'll have this interface where you'll see the connections, etc. Click on peering connections on your left hand side, and then click on create peering connection. Now we'll copy the details from the instruction manual where they're talking about the name, which is lab peer. We copied it from there. Under the requester, we are going to select lab VPC, and we are not making any changes there. And for acceptor, we are selecting a shared VPC, and then there are no more changes required. Just click on create peering connection. Now you'll see this interface, and then let's see, we have completed these steps, and then they're saying click actions and drop down and accept the request. So we'll go back to our console, click on actions and accept request, and accept the request over here. Now once that step is done, now we'll have to read the instructions for task number 2, which is configuring the route tables. So we'll now update the route table in VPC to send the traffic from lab VPC to the peering connection for shared VPC. So on that, we'll go to the route tables, and we'll have to follow these instructions. Destination IP address is there. So we will be on our interface. On left hand side, click route tables, and here we are going to look for public route table, which is this one, and we'll click on this one. And then let's see what else they are asking. So they are saying to add a route and enter the destination as 10506. So we'll edit the routes, and then we'll add a route over here, and we'll enter the details for the IP addresses which were provided in the instructions manual. I pasted it over here, and then for the target, I'm going to select peering connection, and under that select the second option and save changes. So we have just updated the public route, and now we are going to work on the shared VPC route. So for that, we'll be going to the same set of options, but we'll look for shared route and enter these details of IP addresses. So I'll go back to my routes table, and this time I'm gonna uncheck lab public route and select shared VPC route table. Click on that one. And just like before, click on routes and click on edit routes, and then add a route over here. and I'm gonna paste the route address which was there, and in this one I'm again going to select peering connection and the second option in this one and save changes. So that step is complete. We are going to task number 3, enabling VPC flow logs. So we'll be working on the flow logs that would provide us insight about the data moving across the network, and we'll click on shared VPC on the flow logs, and we'll create a flow log and name it as shared VPC logs, and then we'll have to make certain changes. So for that, you'll click on your VPCs and click on your shared VPC, and after that on flow logs, we'll create a flow log over here, and then we are going to enter the name over here and select the option as per the instructions manual 1 minute and send to the CloudWatch logs. So let's follow these steps as they are talking about over here, and click 1 minute over here. Send to CloudWatch log is already selected, so we don't need to make any changes there. We will see that they are asking to destination log group and name it as share VPC logs flow. So we'll enter the details here, select it, go down, and under service role we are going to select the last option, VPC flow logs role, and no more changes are required. Just click on create and you'll see this interface. So that's what it was asked in task number 3. Done. Now let's move to task number 4, testing the VPC peering connection. So we'll have to test it, and we'll have to click on AWS details, and we are configuring the VPC peering that would test the VPC peering connection. So in order to do that, I'll go back to my VPCs, and in this one I'm gonna click on flow logs, and in flow logs after that they are asking us to click on AWS details, and it would give us an IP address over here and an endpoint address. So I'm gonna copy this one, open another tab and paste the address. You will see something similar to this one. Now you can click on settings to enter the details, but wait, we need an endpoint address here. So we'll have to click, we can copy these details for the database and stuff, but we'll click on AWS details again and copy the address of the endpoint, and we'll paste it here. And for the database username and password, it's there in the instructions. We'll paste it here and click save. Now that shows that we are able to communicate with the database, and you have the entries here. You can edit it, you can delete it, even you can add an inventory item. So it means that we have successfully connected to the database. So setup confirms that the VPC peering connection was established. Because the shared VPC doesn't have the internet gateway, the only way to access the database is through the VPC peering connection. So that's why we haven't enabled any internet gateway on this one. Now let's see what they're talking about in task number 5. It's analyzing the VPC flow logs. So we'll have to look for the share VPC flow logs, and we'll have to look for some of the logs which are appearing here. So let's go back to our console, and under flow logs click on share VPC flow logs, and it's gonna open CloudWatch. If you're not able to find it, you can search it on the search bar. You'll find CloudWatch, and then we'll go to share VPC flow logs, and in this one I'm gonna select the log streams address, and you can see the logs which are generated, and they are being captured by the log events. So the details are there, and if you can click on any of them, you can get the details. If you want to get the logs of 1 minute, 30 minutes, 1 hour, or 12 hours, you can get the details for that. And if you want to filter the logs for the database, you can click that and enter, and you'll be able to see the logs for the database only. So with the help of that, you can see that the connection was established and it has captured the logs for that. And in conclusion, they're saying that congratulations, you have successfully completed the lab. You have created a VPC peering connection. We have configured a route table, and we have enabled the VPC logs. We have tested a peering connection and analyzed the VPC logs. So that was the lab for today. I hope you understood the concepts. That's it for today. Submit the lab. Thank you.